Yo, what's up everyone? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. I'm JD, the Simple, and with me always is Earthworm, the Mighty.
What's going on, everybody? Thanks for coming to the podcast. Oh, I'm so excited, JD. Today, you know what we're going to be talking about, my brother?
What is it?
We're going to be talking about the different and varying universes that come along with these fucking wonderful animes that we watch.
Oh.
One of my favorite topics goes right along with that world building I love so much.
Yeah, you've been saying you want to do this for quite a while now, so we figured we might as well jump into it.
Absolutely. But before we get into the big topic of the day, let me ask, how's it going? What are you watching right now? How deep are you?
Well, we basically said it before that we were going to start watching Haikyuu and My Hero Academia. Now, Haikyuu, I meant Season 2, because we have both finished Season 1 already.
As of this recording, I have finished Season 1. Broke my little heart, I gotta say.
That's what you wanted.
It's what I wanted, but like, damn it, and that's a good thing. I mean it. Like when I feel something about anime characters, especially in a bad way, like I feel
when I watched the ending
of
of it, the first thing I said is, "God damn it, Earthworm!" Like you just had to say it.
But like now, you want to talk about raising stakes?
Now
having,
you want them
like,
to. Now it's even
now
more
you want them to win. That's
because
something...
now you have the third years that basically only have one more like tournament they can go to.
This is
it for them.
And they're being advised to not even do this. They're being advised to focus on their future, focus on their studies, and it's like they don't care. It's that love of the competition. They just want to win one, and they know they can do it.
And I know it's just I never went to a tournament, but let me tell you, I've had defeat before. We've all lost games before,
for sure.
And let me tell you, like at the end when like they're like getting all worked up and emotional, like it's no lie. Some people would say you're acting like a baby. No, when you compete with your whole heart, it feels like you just took a shot to the heart. You know what I mean? So
absolutely, and it's how you react after that really shows your true character. And that's what I loved about these guys is they weren't, they were upset. Obviously, you pour your whole heart into something and it doesn't go your way, it's going to upset you.
You got to bounce back though.
They were ready to bounce back, and they knew that. They grieved, if you will, and then they got on with their lives, and they said, you know what, we have other chances. Let's do this. Let's win another one.
Exactly.
But back to what I was saying about raising stakes without having to do, like, world building, world destroying, powerful fucking guys. Haikyuu's great at that, man. I'll go back to, it's just volleyball. And
it's the shonen of volleyball or sports. It's just crazy. I love it.
It's great, man. Like it's just volleyball, and I am so into it. If not more than I was when fucking Frieza was like, I'm gonna blow up this fucking planet. It's like you can't in reality you can't compare a volleyball game to like life and death for humanity. But watching anime, you're like, holy fuck, man. Holy fuck, this is awesome.
Like I told you, also, I like the characters, I like their little stuff, but mostly I like it more when they play volleyball. When they get in the competitions, the practice, and they work together, that's when I like the show more. So, yeah, I'm not afraid to say that's all the reason I like watching the show is them playing volleyball, man.
It's fucking fantastic, absolutely. And you just don't strike me as a big slice of life guy. And that, even in, like... Western media.
I'm only a slice of life guy if they've built the characters and I've been on a journey for so long. Like Marvel. I watched all the Marvel movies, and then if they decide to have like 30 minutes of them just chilling out and all hanging out, I already know the characters. I've already seen them do their shit, so I wouldn't mind it. But yeah, just to jump me into a slice of life and nothing goes on, it's like I already lived that life.
You couldn't do an entire slice of life anime unless it was like really, really compelling.
Yes, I have to like really feel it.
But even in like 3D media with real people in it and whatnot, you don't just watch those like everyday dramas.
No, not
like
really.
some people do. I'm sure my girlfriend watches a shit ton of them, but like it's just people doing their own shit. And I've always enjoyed those to an extent. I've never sought them out, but when I find one, when I'm watching
Perks of Being a Wildflower.
That's dude, I absolutely.
That's a slice of life.
It's a coming of age little slice of life, and that was my favorite book when I was a kid, young boy, and shit. So the movie was outstanding too. Well, we're on the topic.
Really well. No, it's fine. I was just thinking, that's the first thing I thought of when you said slice of life, like real life shit. So
yeah, definitely. So I'm definitely more akin to the just the everyday. I like the beautiful. That's why I kind of like the Miyazaki films, if for nothing else, that they animate everything beautifully. Nothing is taken for granted, and I like that.
Right.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Onward, though.
Yeah, I was gonna say, my thing is that I am a little bit ahead of you now in Haikyuu because I am on like 7 episodes of season 2.
I got to make a small confession to the listener group here.
Okay, do it.
So I've pretty much abandoned anime for all intents and purposes. Not for good, I promise. But I have ordered and received a Nintendo Switch Lite with Pokemon Sword and Super Smash Brothers. And let me tell you, friends, family, listeners, oh my god, I've been fucking 8 hours a day.
And Earthworm is somebody that once he gets something new, he will at least hoard it for a week or two. Non-stop.
I'm obsessive. I obsess over things. I play the shit out of things when I really enjoy them because I'm always afraid that it's like, man, if I don't enjoy it now, if I don't play the shit out of it now,
it's gonna get destroyed.
Yeah, like I maybe next week I won't want to play it as much as I do now, and I won't get that same satisfaction. It's really unhealthy now that I say it out loud. Not the point.
You take advantage of the coronavirus, right? I mean, might
for
as well
real.
do it now.
Exactly. I've been braving the pandemic for 4 to 5 hours a day, short work day, getting in, getting out, coming home, playing Pokemons. And It's fucking awesome, dude. This game, I've got Pokemon that I've never even dreamed of having because I skipped a couple generations. Unfortunately, I never really.
It's all right. I'm not a fan of the new generation anyway.
Some of them are pretty cool, man. Especially if you look past, if you've come to accept that, like the quirky names and shit that they can all do. There's only so much they can do with like the puns and stuff. So as long as like it's not the vanilla ice cream cone, which I will say was a terrible Pokemon.
At some point, they're just running out of ideas, in my opinion.
Some of the ones that they've come out with in this generation are pretty cool. Regardless, though, all of the cool Pokemon that have come out sprinkled in with all the weird-ass Pokemon through the generations I've missed, I've been able to snag in this game, man. Like Charizard, he's an old one, but I've got me a Charizard. I've got me a Lucario,
baby. You had me at Charizard, so
dude, it's awesome,
every
man.
day of my life.
It is fucking awesome. Hit me up, join our Discord, hit me up, I'll drop my friend code, we can play Smash, we can play Pokemon, let's do this.
Yeah, there you go.
Hey, and I need something to do socially.
Well, you could do it with me, but I don't have a Nintendo Switch, so I can't help you out.
Yeah, I know. That's well, that sounds like a you problem, buddy.
Well, see, on the opposite now, lately, I'm starting to do better than Earthworm when it comes to anime watching, because I have essentially nothing else but watching anime. So I've gotten 7 episodes of Haikyuu, and I finished the first season of My Hero Academia already, given it was only 13 episodes, and then it jumps up to 50 episodes, and that's for sub-dub, so meaning 25. But yes,
so
thank
proud.
you for the applause.
Would you watch sub or dub? I know you're usually a sub guy, but...
Yeah, I'm pretty much going to stick with sub unless there's like some shows that like I'm almost forced to watch because of seasonals and stuff, and I hear that it's like a decent dub, so... Yeah,
I've had shows ruined with a poor dub. I hate to say it, because I don't shit on people for watching dubs. Anybody who watches anime for any reason, fucking watch it. My girlfriend, most of the time for the past 2 years we've been watched dubs, and that's why I know I don't like them, because I have watched them.
I get it, because reading can hurt your eyes, especially when you're trying to watch the animation and everything.
Oh, absolutely.
Like that. But I think I've been trained since I was younger. I used to watch Chinese movies with the subtitles, so I've always been accustomed to doing that. And I always feel like it's more accurate and more believable coming from the original audio.
It feels that way. I like the acting better. Maybe it's just because most of the time, yes. Maybe it's some of the ridiculous emotions that come along with the anime and how all the crazy shit's acted out. But it just doesn't. Most of it doesn't sound good the way we portray it in an English tongue. So
unless you got like Yu Yu Hakusho and you got like Jin, who they use an accent and it works out.
Definitely,
something like that, stuff like that.
Oh, for sure. But you got to put. You have to have like a good dub. Lolly voices really kill a show for me.
I know, everyone seems to love it.
That really hurt watching Shield Hero. It was really good, and then they drop a fucking lolly chicken in, and it's like,
Sword Art Online, Daddy. That's
fuck,
God,
dude,
just
that,
stop.
That really that annoyed me. I was even okay with like, oh, look at them, they're in a cabin, they're being cute,
They're being
fucking
lovey.
look at them go, and then it's like, nope, now you got this weird, we're 16, but let's be fucking parents, and maybe that just brings back terrible, awful teenage memories for me that I really try to repress.
Dude,
but,
tell us. I'm just kidding. Don't
all,
tell us.
all I'll say is anybody who is 16 years old ain't got no business being a parent. I mean, if it happens, and do your best. Love the child, but don't be like, you know what, I'm ready. You're not.
Yeah. Try to enjoy your life a little bit.
Definitely. Not to get too preachy or nothing, but, you know. Yeah, mm-hmm. Moving on. So how's My Hero treating you? How do you like it?
Well, you should know right from the get-go, I love superheroes. I'm a Marvel fanboy. I've been watching all the movies. I got you to come and watch the Infinity War, Endgame, got you pretty much into the universe and all that stuff. So I like the idea, and I've been holding it off because I don't want to watch something very long again. But then I was like, fuck it, it's time. I didn't think I'd be watching Haikyuu, and then all of a sudden now I'm loving it. So it's like, let's just watch what people talk about, because obviously is a reason why.
It's funny that you mentioned Haikyuu too. I just looked down on my phone and I saw that Danny from Anime Summit posted on their Discord. Somebody else must have told her to watch Hunter x Hunter because she's saying,
yeah, that's what I've been told by many.
Yeah, exactly. She's like, they broke my back and they
I would
made
message
the Haikyuu
right now,
deal.
but we're in the middle of this. So
hey, honestly, even if she comes away for whatever reason not liking Hunter x Hunter, I loved Haikyuu. I'm super glad I started watching it.
Yeah. My thing is she can't hate on it until she's watched a good portion. That's my only thing,
See, I'm afraid that she'll like it. Most people, I'm afraid, especially if they enjoy the shonen adventure type, I feel like they'll like it more in the beginning because it gets super, not so much convoluted, but like there's a lot of moving fucking parts in the Chimera Ant arc.
Right.
So for people who might not be super interested in it or, just have a hard time following a shit ton of dialogue, which can be me and you at times, that we definitely went to Google to help us out.
Yeah.
But anyway, so you started My Hero. We got on I love our tangent islands we just swim across to.
It's no worries. No, I took the time to message, but essentially My Hero, it's definitely it's a shonen. It definitely has some hype moments already. I'm feeling that whole like when people show up, like save the day kind of shit. They got like instead of like the Naruto like Japanese music playing that gets you hyped, like they got this like hard metal sometimes that plays, and then out of nowhere it's like you wouldn't think it, but it's like dubstep, and it fucking works.
Huh? Is there like a real Western vibe to this one?
Yeah, it's definitely Western, and it's stuff like that. Like you said, you like All Might because you heard that he, goes Detroit Smash. And
yeah,
all
I thought
shit.
It was just funny.
Dude, he'll sometimes when like something looks bad or like something's bad, like he's like losing in a fight, he'll be like, "Holy shit!" He'll be like
DJ,
that.
He Joseph Joesters. Man Joseph Joesters.
Dude, you're gonna love. I love All Might.
Oh my
let me just say that right. He does exactly like that. He's like shit.
Is that a JoJo reference? That's a JoJo reference.
Either way. I'm liking the main character. I know I've heard some people. I mean, it's only been 13 episodes, but so far I don't see why he gets some hate. He's decent.
Well, I've heard he's good in the beginning. That from what I've heard, that he's really like endearing in the beginning, and then through what he learns, he becomes he loses it all. He becomes a less cool character. I don't want to spoil anything, and I don't really want to talk shit because I've never seen it, so I don't want to start saying shit.
Yeah, you're gonna learn on your own, boy. Stop getting spoilers.
Look, man, sometimes spoilers help me out. That's a topic for another episode, though.
But no, either way, there's some good characters already. I really wish they'd flesh out a little bit more side characters, but it's just the first season. We're going to get there. It's got a lot of hype moments. It's already building the world pretty well. You finally get to see some villains. So they did a lot of stuff to pull you in the first 13 episodes. So yeah, I'm stoked for the next season, but my plan now is to almost finish season 2 of Haikyuu, then jump into season 2 of My Hero. I'm kind of, going back and forth, and maybe that gives you time to finish the first season. So.
Yeah, I gotta get off my fucking Switch ass. I gotta at least, I gotta start forcing myself. 3 episodes, 5 episodes, something. I gotta watch some anime.
If you think about it, if
Hey.
you watch 3 episodes, that's 1 hour of your day. Boom.
That's really
it.
not bad. Honestly, though, if you really think about it, you want to go fucking Inception here. Me playing Pokemon is kind of me living my own shonen anime adventure.
I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
that's how it is. You want to be a Pokemon master. It's like the one thing that you always talk about. So.
Plus, I'm trying to unlock guys in Smash, and none of my fucking mains are easy to unlock. I also found out that my 2 mains, fucking Little Mac and Luigi, are like lowest tier fucking mains.
Wait, you don't just get Luigi?
No,
and Little Mac?
no, dude, this one's different. Okay, so Smash Ultimate, they give
stupid.
you the original, like the original 8 characters or whatever from the first fucking N64 game or whatever.
Yeah.
So you get like Donkey Kong, Fox, Pikachu, Mario, Link, all them motherfuckers. And then from then on, you have to earn it. So you got to put some time in. Not like the Wii U version where it's like, hey, you want 30 characters? Here.
Yeah, I know.
But there are
It
more
did, yeah.
characters, and there, I don't know if there are any DLC characters, but there are definitely less.
Oh, I was gonna say because the Wii U, yeah, you got like every character right off the get go.
Yeah, but you had to pay for extra characters. At least this one, like, you got to put the time in, but you can earn all the characters in the game from what I've come to understand.
Well, I like that better anyway because paying for any DLC characters. Reason I don't really buy fighter games is because they save their characters for you to buy later on, like a bunch of snobs. So
Yeah, I definitely feel that. That hurt Jump Force. I probably would have gone back and played.
Jump Force. I'm saying that now. They
I would have gone
ruined my
back and
anime
played
love.
just to try out like Bisky, from Hunter x Hunter. I would have loved to try out her character. Wouldn't you have
Yeah.
gone if Madara was free? Wouldn't you be like, hey, fuck it, why not?
Yeah,
I'll
I love
download.
Madara.
I'll download this 13 gig game, play Madara for a day, and then never play it again.
And then realize I'm bad at it and get off.
And if they're gonna make changes, like that's how you get people back into the game. You make changes and then you put shit out there that's like, hey, you want to come back?
Yeah.
But I guess I'm not holding my breath for an all-inclusive shonen battle shonen fucking fighting game.
Yeah, either way. What are you going to do, right?
Yeah. So, on the topic of Jump Force, that universe fucking sucked, didn't it, JD?
Yeah, see, we're talking about anime universes.
Yes.
Let me tell you, that
Here's-
one was the worst made.
Yes, I mean, you're just going to throw all the worlds together and call it Jump World and be like, well, they're from the magazine, but all these people have their own universe, but they're in a magazine. You didn't fucking take
To
the
be all
time
honest,
and do anything.
you know Dynasty Warriors and Warriors Orochi franchise where they put Samurai Warriors and Dynasty Warriors together. Every single company, like sadly from Japan, seems to be doing that idea. Let's just combine all the universes and just say we can put them together.
And if that's what you're going to do, then go ahead and do that. I think Warriors Orochi had a better story than Jump
It
Force,
did,
if
but
I'm
after
being
it got,
honest.
now it's on the 4th one, and it's
all right,
like
yeah.
you just need to stop.
How many times are you going to kill Orochimaru Light, okay?
3 so far, I think.
3 whole ass times.
What are we playing, Diablo?
But that leads me to my next thing. Anime universes that don't suck as much as Jump Force. That's
Yes.
not saying a lot. Let's rank up the fucking intensity a little bit more. Anime universes that kick ass. And when I say universes, I mean the world that the characters are exploring, that they live in. It's whatever, if it's in space, if it's fucking post-apocalyptic wasteland, if it's a completely different world with completely different creatures than ours. Anime gives us a shit ton to explore.
There's a lot to choose from.
Especially in the fucking shonens that we watch, and they're almost all of them are adventures. So I wanted to sit down today and talk about the most exciting, the most interesting universes that make us want more than what we've just seen on screen. We talked about it a little bit last episode of animes we'd want more of.
Right.
But this is more of like shit that is in the universe of the anime that you just didn't get to see on screen. My first example will be the Dark Continent from Hunter x Hunter. Hopefully we're going to see some of that, but as of right now, we ain't seen shit.
And we keep beating this into people's, heads, how much we are like wanting this to happen and how much we just want it to happen so bad. It's hiatus/hiatus, and
Yep.
it's just, it sucks, but we just want it so bad because now that we at the end of Hunter x Hunter, that there's more to this and
It feels,
we want more.
If I'm being honest, Hunter x Hunter, the anime, feels like a prequel when you finish it. And that's what's so damn exciting about the universe of Hunter x Hunter, is that you went through 148 episodes watching what most animes, you'd pretty much see it all. You would have beaten the big bad guy, the strongest
Yu Yu
thing in the
Hakusho was
known.
less.
Yeah, I mean, Yu Yu Hakusho, you got to see a shit ton of. You got to get all the way into the fucking pits of Demon World type shit, which I thought was really fucking cool. You got to actually see that.
Yeah.
But, yeah, no, everything that Togashi set up after the ending of Hunter x Hunter, where they decided to cut the anime off, it feels like this whole fucking branch off. It feels like something that could have been equal to One Piece in length and substance, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
Not that I've ever watched One Piece, but I've heard, I mean, I know it's long, and I've heard there's a shit ton of substance and world building in it.
But I've heard that the world is really, really good for that length.
Definitely. That's the only reason I've ever wanted to check out One Piece.
I'm too scared.
I am terrified. You know the memes of like the giant dude and the one little tiny samurai?
Yeah.
And that's how I feel. I'm the samurai, and One Piece is the fucking 1,000 episodes or whatever the hell it is.
It's still going.
Yeah, I saw a chart.
still
It's
going.
like, okay, so from what I've heard, in all intents and purposes, it's about halfway done.
Yeah.
From what everybody seems to think.
It's kind of ridiculous.
It is ridiculous. As of right now, I saw a chart. It takes 402 hours to watch One Piece. But to keep people watching for that long, you have to continue to add new, exciting things into the world that these characters are going to experience.
Yeah, but didn't you hear that there was also like someone, I think they made a joke about it because the one reason they were able to keep it going that long is like they had to waste time like in a way showing filler. Like 1 minute they're like showing the characters, next minute they're like, let's show for 3-5 seconds a tree. And then we'll go back. And it's just standing there. It's just a tree standing there. So they waste some time.
All right, fuck the anime. Talk about the manga. The manga's over 1,000 chapters.
Yeah, I know.
So that's just as long, just as impressive. You can get through it quicker because you can go at your own pace. You don't have to sit through those 5 or so seconds. And you're right. I've heard that, especially in the beginning, the animation was rough. It was very Dragon Ball Z, Planet Namek-esque.
No, that's what I heard too. It gets better.
For sure. But while we're on the topic, Dragon Ball Z, I think that when it comes to Super, that's an example of bringing fucking new elements into the universe that felt unnecessary or fucking, I'm not sure the exact word, but they felt like they were just kind of tossed in there. The whole new universes thing.
After we watched the first movie, Battle of the Gods, I was right there with you watching it in theaters, and you even said, I like the idea of them actually doing this. They could do something with this, with the whole gods. So,
but they didn't. I don't think they needed to bring in multiple universes. Not that I've watched Super, but I am I know the lore. I know what's going on.
Yes.
I don't think that was necessary at all. I don't think the whole Goku Black arc was necessary. I don't think any of that...
It would have been... They just did it poorly. It would have been
yes,
cool.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
we explained that, yeah.
I saw that on Toonami, and that's one of the big things that got me back into anime, was seeing Goku Black. So I got to give him credit for that. That was a cool premise, but again, they did not pull it off well. They fucking brought time travel into it, and they brought Future Trunks back, and as cool a character as he might have been the first time around, appreciate what you got.
Yeah, you beat a dead horse, and we say that. That's why last episode we talked about animes that should have ended. So,
and that's something very interesting about anime universes is it's almost depending on what it is. The more you show, the less interesting the universe can be.
Yeah,
like Dragon Ball Z's shown a shit ton. Dragon Ball Super showed even more.
And Boruto, I feel like there was no need for that. In my
opinion. If Kaguya at the end of Naruto would have just been an idea. Perhaps the big bad at the end of Boruto? Sure, but just like plopping a new idea into a universe without giving it that big backstory, that Madara-esque build of you're seeing him, he's being foreshadowed through the entire fucking show.
Pretty much all of Shippuden, yeah.
Never watched Naruto up until fucking episode 60-something.
Yeah, you haven't moved.
No, but I fucking know Madara, dude. Like, I'm pretty sure he's already been foreshadowed from what I've fucking seen. That is good world building. That is good universe building. That is putting things in there that make sense.
Yeah.
But anyway, what I was talking about is a stark contrast to Dragon Ball Z, where they've shown you a shit ton, and then something like ReZero, where they've shown you borderline nothing, but they've placed a bunch of possibilities in your lap.
Yeah, you're placed in the middle of it, and you just want to get all the pieces so you can figure this out because it's interesting.
Absolutely. It's like the less you know, the more you want to know. I want to know who the Jealous Witch is. I want to know what's going on with the fucking Pride, who is, is Subaru Pride. Everything points to that.
No, yeah, I think he definitely is. I mean, come on now.
I mean, yeah, it makes sense, but like, why him? Why was he chosen? All this shit that we don't know. That being said, and they have, the new fucking season's coming out in what, July or something like that?
Yeah, it was delayed. It was supposed to be out
Ideally.
the 25th of April, which would have been right around the corner. But yeah, with everything going, it was delayed.
Sure, but ideally it's supposed to be out soon, so we're going to get a little bit more. Hopefully they pull it together well.
Yeah.
But personally, for an anime universe, I love that the unknown. Things that it's like there is an answer out there, but they don't give it to you.
No, I 100% on that, and that's right now. I just started, and you know about it, but like My Hero, of course, it's all about people quirks and having superpowers, but basically now it's rare to not have a superpower, and basically, Deku is the first one to not have one when you first meet him, you know what I mean?
He's like one of the only, there's what, like 80-90% of people have a quirk now. It's like a genetic mutation.
Yeah, by the time you turn 4 years old, you're supposed to start forming your quirk. You're supposed to actually know what you are, and by the time he hit 4, like, he was all hyped. He was like, he watched All Might growing up. He wanted to be the hero and save people, like all us little kids wanted to do. And basically, yeah, he got nothing, and it crushed him. And let me tell you, I can understand that. That's why I don't give my hopes up.
Sure. But
I come back to
Earth. As far
as
as like the world building goes, the universe, they must have mentioned like superheroes that have been super popular in the past, right? Things that have happened before this.
So far, All Might is the number one, and then there's other superheroes, but really, like, everyone just talks about All Might as like the piece of like the number, like the essence of peace itself, because he is All Might. He's pretty much the one that you have to beat if you want to beat
That's
the
fair.
heroes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But there's a whole bunch of other guys. You meet a guy that's just called the Principal right now, which is, I think, a dog mixed with a cat. I'm not 100% sure. But he seems to be the overall leader, and he's a little adorable guy that sits there, drinks tea, and talks to people. But you don't know anything about him. But that's what I mean. It's only the first season, but I'm already interested. That's for sure.
There you go.
It's really interesting. There's a villains league, and there's a hero. So just like every superhero, there's an alliance, and then there's an enemy to that alliance.
It sounds like super like Western comic book superhero type shit. Like almost plucked from one of those.
They definitely took a lot of ideas.
Huh, no shit.
But no, you'll see when you start watching it. I know we're talking about the anime worlds. I just do find this world to be pretty fascinating for sure.
Because specifically of the superpowers that are in it?
Well, yeah, because we were talking about Hunter x Hunter, where it's not like someone just, you just get physical strength. Like, everyone, like, look at Hisoka's bungee gum, right? Like, it's something unique. They came up with this power without it being the stereotypical, you're fast, you punch really hard, you can fly. Like, a lot of these quirks are pretty goddamn unique. Like, one guy's quirk is every time he looks at someone, he can erase your quirk for as long as he's looking at you. As soon as he blinks, though, it goes away. And the longer that he stares at you, he gets red eyes and starts getting bloodshot. When you have your eyes really itchy. And then he has to put in eye drops because it bothers him. So you see what I mean? So it's got like this unique... It's not like these people are just having the stereotypical like powers. Like one guy has jet engines inside his legs. So he basically has to say, turn on his engine boosters, and then they blast out of his legs, and he can go super fast. It's not like he can run fast. He has, like, jet boosters in his legs.
No shit. Okay, so correct me if I'm wrong, but it sounds to me like you prefer things, the actual logistics of the universe, the application of everything that's being talked about. That's what gets your jollies off for that shit?
Yeah, like you explained to me with Nen and all that stuff. The great thing is you can be as powerful as you want to be, but if I take a gun and shoot you in the back of the head without you being able to, power up or anything, you can still die. It doesn't matter. Like that's kind of what I'm like. I like that kind of stuff, that more grounded shit, like rules to everything.
Okay, see, I like that perspective because I'm the guy who I'm the kind of guy who's like, hey, there's a giant fucking monster in this anime, and I'm like, I think I'm in, dude. That sounds fucking dope. It's like I've always loved things that are larger than life, larger than anything I could think of. That's why I've always liked, things like Godzilla, like kaiju, giant monsters.
Yeah.
Crazy fucking...
Well, like another one that has the rules and limitations that we want to talk about that's a great anime world was Full Metal Alchemist.
Yeah, Full Metal Alchemist put a lot of time into their building, and it was all based on actual science, which was really cool. It gave it a real grounded space.
Yeah, alchemy. Like, you can't just... Whatever you take, you have to give just as much, essentially.
See,
Oh,
yeah.
And I like that.
My favorite part about Full Metal was when you found out... that this has been going on for, 500 years? The plan for...
Oh, I thought it was longer than that.
I thought it was like...
I don't know. Because it went all the way back to the first time where Xerxes happened, where the,
Yeah.
Dwarf in the bottle. I don't think it was... I thought it was more than
that
500 years.
That might have
I don't
happened.
know.
I'm talking about the founding of the country. I can't remember the name, but the founding of the country that all the characters live in. That... Okay.
Okay.
That was in 1550 something, whatever, 1500s. Then in early 1900s is when the anime was going on. The things that you saw were happening. So that's 400 years. I love stuff that has been going on under the scenes, behind the scenes for
like a well thought out
yes,
plan.
a well thought out, slept on plan, well thought out things. I love things that have been there since the beginning. So I love the idea of Kaguya in the beginning because, oh shit, the creator of Chakra? That sounds really cool. Then I looked into it.
Nope, they did it last
Yep, then I
minute.
looked into it and it's like, oh, okay. That's not very fucking nice of them, but whatever.
And we keep jumping around, I know, but like you said with Naruto, that's what I mean. Like, Madara, you find out, and I'm not going to give too much away, but you already kind of know some things because you're a spoiler
I do know
guy.
some things.
But pretty much Madara did plan out a lot of this from the get-go.
And that sounds dope to
like
me.
he did, and then they fucked Madara in the butthole. So it's kind of like that's where it kind of like, I don't know how you're not somebody that, if you like well thought out villains that actually get the upper hand on heroes, you're gonna be pretty upset with what they did to the boy,
I'm sure.
But either way,
maybe I'm just not
on.
seeing it in Naruto yet. So much the world building. It looks more like they're trying to build like a feudal Japan type setting, and that's just not. Maybe that's not what I've been advertised. I'm sure that's a big part of it, but
we got to think about it also. Like, as much as like we have Hunter x Hunter, My Hero Academia with the title saying that, Naruto still has Naruto in the title. And the beginning, you really have to, as much as you may not like Naruto right now, you have to follow him.
Yeah, you're not wrong. He's there.
You gotta get over it, man, and just think it's better than dub because I couldn't handle
Believe
Naruto
it.
in dub. So believe it. I'm gonna be a Hokage. Believe it.
And it's okay that we're jumping around because I didn't want to necessarily talk about individual anime universes so much as I wanted to talk about like things that make a universe really fucking cool and why we like certain anime universes. And I want to jump back to Hunter x Hunter. The fact that every character in the universe that we've seen only knows whatever small percentage of that actual world that they live on, that's really cool.
Yeah.
It's not like it's just something that's been hidden from us that was like, oh, well, that's common knowledge to everyone in the series. Well, it wasn't fucking 200 episodes ago. This is something that is not common knowledge to everybody. Only the top hunters, the top people in the world know about, the fact that this fucking...
Yeah,
this
just
whole
because
other world
you,
exists.
the viewer, know because you're being told it doesn't mean the person that's not next to that character knows because they haven't been talking to each other.
Sure.
Stuff like that. Yeah.
And I much prefer when I learn with the characters, especially with everybody.
Hence, Gone.
Yes, hence Gone. And at the end, when you found out when Jing was talking, I know it was kind of confusing, but it's like, there's a whole nother world out there. There are things that more powerful than you've ever imagined type stuff. It was like, holy fuck, dude, this is really, really cool. You're telling me this is the end? Damn it!
And there's only certain people that can make it to the Dark Continent, so, yeah.
And that's what kills me, is I don't believe we're ever going to get a finished Hunter x Hunter, because there is so much potential. I just believe this universe could go on forever.
Side note, and I have to put this out here, I don't know if you heard about this, but the actor that played Leorio has passed away today at 55.
He did?
He did pass. I don't know what the reason for was that I couldn't research it. So it's a sad day because if it ever comes back, we're not going to get the same voice to play Leorio, at least in the sub. And I hate to bring this up, but...
Do you have his name handy?
Oh man, I don't.
I'm gonna
I would
cry.
have to look it up real. I know. I.
It's all right.
It
We'll
hurt
probably
me
throw
too,
it in the
man.
show notes or whatever. But damn, dude. Okay. Well, this episode
I
goes
thought you
out.
knew about it, but I put it
No, I
out on
haven't
Anime
seen
Bro. I
anything
got
on
his
it.
name now. I think. Hold on, let me see if I can. Oh God, what's his? I didn't put down his name. Shit.
It's
Oh,
okay. We'll find it. We'll put it in the show notes. This episode goes out to that beautiful man,
Keiji Fujiwara.
Keiji Fujiwara.
Yep. He was also the one that played Mace Hughes in Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, so he is a very well-known voice actor. So, yeah, it was really sudden. People were talking about it on Twitter. Gave a shout out to him as well, because I mean, rest in peace to him, man. It's sad because I was being a little selfish, but I'm like, man, if we ever get another Hunter x Hunter, we're never gonna have the same voice for Leario, and it really hurts.
That is too bad. Rest in peace, my man. Thank
Yeah,
you for
so
bringing us
that
amazing
was
anime
a,
content and voicing some of the best characters to ever grace the screen.
Yeah, we won't be the same after this.
Oh man. Well, fuck. We gotta move on. We gotta get going. I'm
Yeah.
gonna start crying manly tears. JD, you got another anime universe that just gets your jollies going.
Well, I don't know, like big universes, because we.
It doesn't have to be necessarily big, but like just something that the world that people fucking live in, man.
Well, see, I don't find this world amazing because I'm terrified of it, but we did talk about this earlier, that Attack on Titan, I did watch the first season.
Sure. And
that's crazy.
That's an important thing too. Is these aren't necessarily universes we want to live in, because Pokemon would have been number one on my goddamn list.
Yeah.
And because I got some bad universes that I've yet to talk about, and I probably wouldn't want to live in the Hunter x Hunter universe either. That place is kind of fucking terrifying.
No, see, if you're living on the normal place, I think you're fine. It's
Would
if
you
go
want to
the
be a
dark
normal?
continent.
No, but like even if you're just like, could you? Okay, JD, could you honestly live in that universe and not try to be a hunter?
I could go the route of Leario and just try to be a hunter, to be a doctor, and make a lot of money.
Okay, but the actual Leorio route, and again, this is about the character, not the voice actor, but the actual Leorio route was finding two 12-year-olds and a 14-year-old to literally fireman carry you through the fucking thing.
Yes, that's my goal. I feel like I'm a very
see,
nice
that's
person,
not something you
and
can
I will
bank
attract
on.
a lot of people to me by just being me.
I don't
So-
no, I don't think that's something you can bank on. You're going to attract
Well,
the
it
top.
worked pretty well for everybody else. I mean, I attracted you, didn't I? So I think we can
you're
do
gonna
this.
drink Tampa's juice, and you're going to be pooping out your butthole right quick.
I would be the one that do that too. I'd be like, "Oh, you're so nice."
I drink so much liquid throughout a day, that's exactly what I would do.
Oh my God! Thank you for that lovely drink.
You are the man. Thank you so orange. I love citrus. You're the fuck yeah.
But either way, so Attack on Titan, yeah, it's just, I'm not gonna lie to you. I want to get back into it, and maybe after I go through some My Hero and all that, I'm probably gonna jump on that train because we have so many friends that want us to watch it. And if we want to talk about some adult shit, like some like like some bloody ass shit that got some like real world consequences, like people will die and
Some big boy shit.
Oh yeah, Attack on Titan has. I remember the first season; it was pretty crazy, and yeah, like I said, one of the few that the first episode grips you and doesn't let go. I just stopped after the first season because I think the first season to second season had like a 2-3 year hiatus, and I forgot about it, and then boom,
Yeah, the hype
jumped out of
died
there.
wicked quick because it was
Yeah.
the biggest thing. We've said it before. Our friends that are not anime connoisseurs were like, "Yo, you gotta watch Attack on Titan. It's the best thing ever made. You gotta watch Attack on Titan."
And I jumped on Naruto, and then I was like, I'm just how I am. I can't jump around. I was like, I gotta finish this, and then I
Well,
just
Christ,
didn't know what I was
this
getting
was-
myself into. So
This was 3 or 4 years before we were like, we like anime. I mean, we've always liked select things, but this was a long time before we were like hardcore consumers. And everybody
Exactly.
was down for Attack on Titan. I have to check it out because from what I've heard, it deserves the hype now. It didn't season 1, but it deserves the hype now.
I was gonna say, and the good thing is, if you do watch first season, it's not like I have to rush up because even though I watched it, I'm still gonna just start season 2. Hopefully, they'll give me a little refresher. If not, I'll look it up, like some summaries, and then we can talk about it. I already have the first season down. I got some basis ideas, so.
I gotta say, that's why I am in favor of a recap episode. One, you can skip it. If you
Yes.
don't want, if you're just binging, you can just skip the fucking thing. And two, if you decide, like me and my girl did, we want to jump into Black Clover, but it's been like a year and we can't remember right around what episode we were. We don't remember what happened. Boom. Recap episode 28. Perfect. That's right about where we were.
That's
Fill
about
us
right.
in. We're good to go, baby.
Same thing with Full Metal Alchemist. I think you stopped at like 22, and then 28 was a recap.
It was 18 then I stopped. I remember because I looked at my Crunchyroll history the other day just to see if there were any shows that I'd forgotten I watched. There weren't.
There weren't.
There were not. But yeah, it was like episode 18. I stopped, and then that recap episode definitely helped fill in a couple of the gaps. I mean, they had obviously talked about some shit, and I have to rewatch it start to finish one of these days. Too much shit I haven't watched to be rewatching shit right now, but yeah.
Yeah, and the Nintendo ain't helping things, but either way.
Nintendo's killing me, dude. My segue, though, is to another terrifying anime universe. Place where I would not want to fucking live. Actually, two, because they're fairly similar. They're both mechs, Gurren Lagann and Neon Genesis.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm giving
always
props
mechs.
to Neon Genesis. I know all I've done is shit on it from the start of this podcast, but there were good things. The world building was really fucking cool. The fucking giant angels coming down from the sky for really no reason that anybody can understand.
Yeah.
And just like, we feel like destroying Earth. And then these giant robots that humans have made to combat them. Fucking awesome, dude. I love post-apocalyptic things. And that's kind of the same with Gurren Lagann, except this was I feel like it was a much more dire situation for the humans. They didn't have like underground... Well, okay, they didn't have like civilized big underground cities with like a lot of technology and shit. They had like holes underground and fucking livestock, and they dug holes.
They dug holes.
They dug holes. That's all they did because they were afraid to go to the surface. But I love things that, like I said, I love the post-apocalyptic fight for humanity style worlds that these people build. The first episode of Gurren Lagann, it's awesome, man. Not even first episode, the first 5 minutes of Gurren Lagann, you see a dude in a spaceship, and it's a fucking giant-ass battlefield. And you can see all the fucking ships around his fucking ship getting ready to explode, and he's just talking all this good shit, thinking that he's going to survive and all this fucking shit. And just confident as all can be. And then it flashes to people underground living, and it's like, holy fuck, what happened there? And it shows you a glimpse of something that has happened that the creators have put into this world, but it is not going to explain it to you. You have to kind of piece everything together for yourself. That shit gets me off, brother.
I see. I'm gonna watch it, and I can't give too much criticisms because that's the point. Is I gotta watch it soon. But we put that off since I said let's start My Hero and Haikyuu and keep going.
We wanted to do the popular My Hero. Whether or not it's good or bad, we can decide for ourselves. But it's fucking popular. There's no denying that.
But Gurren Lagann, it's like, I've watched a lot of real-world movies like Pacific Rim.
Yeah.
I've watched the larger-than-life Godzilla movies and stuff like that, and it's not their fault. Technically, to me, it was the directing, especially when the first Godzilla movie, out of a 2.5-hour movie, you have 16 minutes. It's broken down, 16 minutes of Godzilla fighting.
And I actually enjoyed that movie for what it was. I
actually fell
asleep
during that movie.
Yeah, see, I could have gone with more Godzilla, but I didn't fall asleep. I thought it was okay, but I get what you're saying, you know?
So, yeah, what I'm saying is I watched Pacific Rim. I liked the first one, but then I watched the second one, and I just watch all these fights, and it's like, if you don't capture me with the characters, the story, and everything else, those fights don't mean jack shit to me, because I already don't believe in mecha fights. It's not my thing. Apparently, it's not my thing. So what worries me about Gurren Lagann, which I'm sure it'll be fine, because I hear nothing but praises about the story, the characters, and how much you're going to, like, cry as a man, whatever.
Well, that's because I'm the only one who talks to you about it.
Well, I do listen to, shout out to Animac and all of them from Rant Cafe. They talk about it, and all Animac ever fucking says is, if it ain't Gurren Lagann, it ain't that great. Something like that. It just jokes.
He's not far off. I can't lie.
You don't think he's wrong? But
no,
either way...
there are good characters in Gurren Lagann. It's not just about big... Trust me, there's big bro robot fights and, like, crazy shit, but the characters are emotional and in-depth. I think you wouldn't have a problem with Neon Genesis. Again, the ending kind of fucking was weird, but...
and I've heard a lot of shit talking from you,
Sure,
so
there's a lot of shit talking, but, like, again, it was because... A big reason, though, I don't like Sword Art Online is because it gave me all this potential, and then was like, ha.
Yeah, and then you got to listen to other people break down why it's not that good and what they had, and you're like, yep, they're right. Yep. And it just helped, it helped further it along.
My rule with an anime universe is if you're going to expand it, if you're going to make it big and exciting, then you have to give me some sort of payoff, or you have to leave it all. You have to leave most of it unsaid. But you can't go half-assed and do like the Kaiba. Well, I just kind of created this for fun. No, just like make him be like, you tell me, you'll never know. And that's way better than.
And I like the mystery, but there's too much mystery. Yeah.
I don't like that type of mystery. I prefer the mystery of him being straight out going, you'll never know. Or something along those lines.
But no, I understand completely. But just with the Gurren Lagann thing, I worry because we always do this, but sometimes if things get overhyped and then you realize it's not your thing, so you're like, oh, it's not as good as you said, but it's all right. That's what I'm worried about.
Yes, I would be afraid of that, but my girlfriend, again, she's fairly girly girl for the most part. She's not like big robot fights are fucking awesome, but she was crying at the end of Gurren Lagann. All I'm saying. And you can attest to this too.
I'm not being mean to her, but she cries for a lot of things.
She does cry at a lot of stuff. Okay, she's super
Avengers,
emotional.
she cried with me. Essentially,
I don't cry. I don't cry at a lot of media. I didn't cry at the end of Your Lie in April, even though it was pretty fucking sweet. But Gurren Lagann, I was starting to tear up. I definitely had that like sunken chest. If I don't hold back, I'm gonna start bawling my eyes out.
Yeah, I hear you.
Definitely. But I don't think you're going to have a problem with it, because before I started watching, I had the same mindset as you, like big robot fights. That sounds pretty stupid. All I could think of was Transformers. That's all that I could think of in my head.
Gundam and Transformers and all that combined, in my opinion.
And I've heard there are some Gundams that actually got some serious fucking like character development and shit. It became less of the big robot fights that we saw, with that when we were kids. Because that's all we could remember was like the big arena fights from each fucking... Mobile Fighter G Gundam, where each country had its own shit.
One game, something like that, I even bought a game of it.
Actually, I'm not going to lie, the games in the Dynasty Warriors style were pretty sick, dude. But anything in Dynasty Warriors style is pretty fucking sick.
I was going to say that I will never hate Dynasty Warriors. Even though they keep going and they're burning a bridge, I still love the hack and slash mentality. So
that's the thing. It's like, fuck, I'd love a new story, but you can't really give us a new story, and I don't really need a new game, but if it's good, let's do it. I love that. You're right. Hack and slash is fun as hell.
Exactly. I'm just jumping off again, but I have one more world I could talk about.
Yeah, absolutely.
I
Definitely.
find
Hit me, brother.
Interesting. And I finished it. It's not big, and like I said, I've been waiting on it. But Drifters has a very interesting world.
Okay, there we go.
It's essentially because I do just like Fate series. You pull in all these real life heroes and you bring them back as these warriors that fight for the Grail. And Drifters is actually taking real life people, and they don't most of them don't have powers. Some of them do, but you got like Socrates is in there from Rome and stuff like. No, what was
Greece.
His name? Yeah. Oh Jesus, I'm sorry, I'm all over the place here, but
no, you're good, dude. I get you. They had like just philosophers there for their mind.
Yeah, and they're supposed to be the strategists for the war. You got Nobunaga, you got Toyohisa, which is actually from the same maybe 30 years later after Nobunaga, died.
Yeah,
and all that
same
stuff
era
like
of feudal Japan.
You have Joan of the Arc and all that stuff. I like the idea, but this world itself that they're in, there's elves that live here. There's obviously been some kind of war between humans and elves, so there's also been humans here. You also find out this is just one world because when Drifters starts, Toyohisa, the main character, essentially gets put into one of the doors, and when you look at the beginning, there are hundreds and hundreds, probably even thousands of doors, and each one of these doors leads to a different world. So if they really wanted to put their effort into it, they could make so much into this. And what is each of these worlds? What does it represent? Who is the guy that pretty much puts these people in these doors? They don't even go far into that yet. It's just so much they could build upon, and I'm so interested.
They're setting up all the dominoes, waiting to make it look like a cat, and then they're going to knock it down.
Yeah, and then I think you watched the first episode with me. There was
I watched the first 4 or 5. I do remember that. It was early in my anime consumption, and the subs were just too fast for me.
Yeah, I picked them up pretty good, actually. I was able to follow it.
I'm sure I could now, because now there are times where I'll read the entire sub, and then I'll wait 3 or 4 seconds, and then it'll be like, oh, okay, there we go.
My mind is getting stronger.
I am powerful.
But there's this girl that's obviously, it looks like she's on the evil side, and then the guy with the glasses at the beginning that's on the good side, and you can tell that there's a battle going on within the battle that's going on in the world, because they're trying to compete who can win the good versus evil,
Yeah.
So it's 2 battles going on, while one's being fought in a world, the other one's being fought in a universe. So like that's interesting. And yeah, sadly, it's only 12 episodes, and there's so much more potential. I'm waiting.
Absolutely. Potential's a big thing for anime universes. And again, you got to make it pay off, or you got to kind of leave it as still mystery and whimsy.
And if anyone's listening, really give Drifters a shot. Come on, it's 12 episodes. I mean, it's not going to take much of your time, and it's really well done. It's got funniness to it with a lot of like action. It's smart action. It's not just one guy fighting another guy and they go all out. It's like they actually are tactical, so it's pretty good.
Definitely. I'm going to have to give that one another shot.
Yeah, you already powered through 4 episodes. Just keep going.
Yeah, I know, man. I do have a hard time just pressing play. And that's something I've heard from others. Som from Anime Summit preaches that just if you see something, and you're great at this, JD, but if you see something that looks interesting, just press play.
Add it to your list and hit play.
Add it
That's
to your list and
do.
press play. You never know, and I am so bad at that. I have so many bad viewing habits that I need to break.
And sometimes it's different because, like, if Danny didn't tell us, like, and made that deal with us to watch Haikyuu, I would have never looked at it and been like, that's going to be what I watch.
It would have taken me years.
It's opened my mind, so.
Definitely. Now, I mean, I've never thought I might like, Kuroko no Basket or something like that with the superpower basketball. But now I'm sitting here thinking, like, okay. All right,
what I've heard,
basketball?
Though, it's not nearly as good. It's good, just not as good as Haikyuu.
Sure, but I've heard Haikyuu is top tier as far as characters and everything goes. But,
yeah.
Well, you know, when you think about it, you know, Michael had superpowers, so we've seen something like that.
That's true, yeah.
There we go, my sports reference for the day.
There you go.
Yeah, boom, 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 boom. Anyway, so that's that all the anime universes you can think of?
For me, I mean, there's other universes, but we're talking about like really interesting ones and
Definitely.
ones that we like and build on. Like the Fate series is pretty cool, but it's already contained. You kind of get the gist of it. Like you said, we're not really trying to watch any other Fate series. We're only waiting for the movie. So
and it is still grounded in
real
kind
world.
of reality. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's the real world map and stuff, and it definitely helps when you have a different landscape. That's I play, JD, you know this already, you know this way too well. I play a lot of Civilization on my Xbox, and that's one of my favorite things about that game is the new landscapes that you can see, all the crazy, like, wow, that mountain range is there and shit. And I love when
all the wonders that are made and
absolutely
stuff like
that. I love when media takes the time to flesh out things that aren't necessarily important, but they can add so much to the world.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think there's definitely a lack of amazing anime universes that stand out on their own without the characters that you've seen in them.
We are going to do it soon, or at least you will because you have a Crunchyroll account, but I really think we should check out Tower of God because I've already heard in 2 episodes it's really got some astounding like ideas and premises already. So that's
honestly
another world,
that's the only seasonal that's come up that really like strikes my interest. There are a couple others that are like, all right, that looks okay, but Tower of God, it's like, all right, well, it's from a really esteemed manga.
Yeah, I essentially pissed somebody off too on Instagram. And
what'd you do?
Well, it showed a character that looks like Killua because everyone needs to have an edgy, like white-haired person.
Edgy white-haired boy, yeah, every shonen.
And somebody said in a comment, like, he's like Killua, blah, blah, blah. So I thought it was funny, but what I said, I'm like, oh, Killua 2.0 with a question mark, because I kind of was just asking that. And then someone came on underneath me and was like, don't you ever insult Killua again. And I didn't want, you know, we're talking
we're Hunter
to the
Hunter
podcast.
fanboys.
I was about to say, bro, I love Killua down to my soul. You gotta come out here. You don't know shit.
Our second episode was a Hunter Hunter episode. What the fuck?
Literally, my profile picture is Killua in fucking his ultimate. Like, don't even
Damn,
with me,
son. Why you gotta be that way? You don't know. You don't know.
But I came out and I said, I'm like, it wasn't a statement, man. It was just a question. I'm like, but I love your passion because, you know, he was passionate. But
yeah, we do have to appreciate passion because that's one thing we are. We're passionate. We've yelled at each other about things that have no real world standing before.
Yeah, it's just that they got to learn to read. I just said Killua 2.0 with a question mark because it's technically the new thing, Tower of God. It's another edgy kid, and I just wanted to ask that, but instead I got some hate. But hey,
I think that's a good, like, I think most people on social media just need to take a breath.
Yeah, we don't want us Hunter x Hunter
Woosah.
fans to become the, you know, Naruto, Dragon Ball Z fanboys that say
No.
it's the best anime ever and insult anyone that disagrees, because that's what happens is
Absolutely
people will disagree.
not.
So.
And that's one thing I've heard from everybody, that the Hunter x Hunter fan base we're super nice people.
It's because we're waiting so long that we can't fight back.
Well, I mean, I don't know about you, but like, if anybody was like, "Yo, I'm thinking about checking out Hunter x Hunter," I wouldn't be like, "It's the fucking best thing ever. Why haven't you checked it out, you fucking pleb?" I'd be like, "Oh my god, you're in for such a nice experience."
I would just tell them it's not your basic shonen, so enjoy. It's going to be different. So
definitely go into it with no expectations, or have expectations and just watch them get shattered. Watch but them get shattered. I mean, the Hunter x Hunter fan base, we are some of the nicest people. We are not toxic. I like to think we're the least toxic fan base. I'm part of the JoJo fan base, and that's pretty toxic. Granted, it's all memes. Like, we don't actually like say anything, but like, how long have I memed you with JoJo shit? Since the day I started watching it,
man. That's the
only way you know. That's the only. I just pound it into your head. Look at my girlfriend. I look at her just every now and then. I go, "Oh, you're approaching me."
Yeah,
and she just laughs. Oh. I've never even watched JoJo Season 3. She don't know.
You thought your first cake was going to be from Eric? No, it's from me.
It was me, Earthworm.
Deal.
Oh, man. But yeah, fuck yeah. Love the Hunter x Hunter fan base, and I love our fan base.
Exactly, 100%.
We're very small fan base, but I appreciate every single one of you guys.
Mm-hmm. Do you have any other anime worlds you can think of yourself? You have a longer list than me, so if you don't have anything...
That's fair. Well, no, like we said, we were thinking of worlds that would stand alone, that are really interesting just by themselves. You brought up Fate, and I do like the Fate Zero and the branch-offs from there, how that it's, the fourth Holy Grail War in Fate Zero?
Yes.
Am I correct in saying that?
Well, no, that's in Fate Stay Night. I'm pretty sure it's the fourth, isn't it?
I thought that was the fifth.
Oh, it is the fifth. Yep, never mind.
Yeah, so anyway, I like that built-in kind of whimsy of, oh, there were 3 before this? Oh, well, and then you start to wonder, and I like things that make you...
the fifth one is like within 10 years of each other, which usually takes a lot longer, so it's definitely
it's
different.
60 years normally, but I like the fact that it wasn't, this is the first Holy Grail War, because then I think they would have had a lot more expectations on what to do, but the fact that it had already happened in the universe's history, we didn't have to see it, but it already happened in the universe's history. I thought that built a little merit, at least to the watcher, of, okay, now this is a real serious thing. It happens all the time.
Yeah, no doubt.
No, that's it, though. I think that's it for this.
No, I think this was a good episode and good discussion, basically, and we got many more on the way.
There are definitely more things I want to talk about anime themselves. I want to talk about the grand scheme of things, but today, figured we'd just take one slice of topic, move that to the side. We'll save the rest for some party guests.
Exactly, and for sure, Earthworm is going to start doing some homework. We shouldn't call it homework, but with the Nintendo, he is going to get his shit done. The principal is here now.
I absolutely promise that by the next time you listen to an episode, I will have watched at least probably 10, 15...
2 episodes.
At least 2, yes, but like I will have watched some fucking anime like a real man.
Okay.
Also, hey... I think this worked out pretty good. Me and JD switched to Skype. Seems to work out a little bit better for us.
Shout out to Skype. You are so much better. Holy shit.
No diss to Discord. It just was not working for us. Skype lets us record through there, so that helps me with editing. So yeah,
exactly. A lot more clear. I can hear everything perfectly. Had no hiccups.
Definitely. Hope we sound good. That's really important to us. I know that's important to you, JD. It's important to me. Sounding good for the people listening.
After that whole mistake I had a couple episodes ago.
Yeah, he only accidentally recorded through the fucking built-in laptop mic. It's okay though. We forgive.
Still sounded pretty good.
All things considered, not too bad. Not too bad. But now you sound nice, crispy, like a fucking Pringle potato chip.
They called me Simple Man.
They call me Simple Crispy. That's your new name. That's the new podcast name for JD. JD
what?
is Simple Crispy. Simple Crispy.
Ooh. Well, if it gets catchy, but if I don't see anyone talk about Simple Crispy, I don't think I can do it.
I'm going to call you Simple Crispy till the day I die.
Whatever.
Fuck you. I love you. That was perfect. Oh.
Yeah, that's right.
We cannot do any better than that. So now I'm going to say, please, if you can, where you listen, leave us a fucking 5-star review. Would be awesome. 4-star reviews, 4-star reviews a little less awesome, so on and so forth. Honesty is important, but reviews help podcasts get out there. If you like us and you like listening to us every week, I think you should want more people to listen to us. That way you can look at your friend and go, yo.
Yeah, we want to have discussions and shit, you know? We want to actually talk to y'all.
don't you want to not look at your friend right now, but call your homie up and be like, yo, did you listen to the new Anime Brothers? And they'd be like, yeah, what they were talking about was really cool. Or they'd be like, I can't believe that fucking Earthworm said that. I'm going to fucking Molotov his house. Please don't
JD's
Molotov
looking
my
crispy.
house.
Did you know that?
He is Simple Crispy.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to call you JD anymore. It's just Simple Crispy.
No, it's going to be JD, and then
I'm gonna
Simple Crispy.
I'm going to shorten it down to Simp Crisp.
If you keep it up, though, I will call you Earthworm the Worthless.
Well, that's not... Can you at least... I mean, Worthless isn't very nice. My name's already Earthworm. Fuck.
Earthworm the Flamboyant?
No, like Earthworm the Uninspiring.
Okay.
That way I'm just kind of like there.
We'll keep the mighty for now, but, it's always
okay.
there.
So I'm not the oil painting of fruit yet?
Not yet.
Oh, awesome. Fuck yes. One more day. One more day.
Oh, God.
I had a lot of fun today, dude. I hope you did too, JD.
Oh, yeah, this was great. This was a lot better than normal, and we have so much more to come to you guys. I've been trying to keep up on the social media. Make sure you contact us. I'm always there to respond, if not me, Earthworm, and we'll keep the adventure rolling.
Yes, find us on Discord, find us on Twitter, reach out to us anywhere you can. As far as listening goes, Apple Podcasts, iTunes, we got Spotify, we got Stitcher. I know there was a little snafu with Stitcher. Our episode didn't release one week, but they're both back up now. We're back now. You got 2 episodes to listen to if you listen to us on Stitcher and you missed out. So there we go. Find us on Pocket Cast, TuneIn Radio, anywhere else you can find podcast, find us, baby.
Alrighty. So for that, I am JD, the Simple Crispy.
I am Earthworm, the mighty, uninspiring oil painting of fruit.
There we go. And this is the Anime Brothers, and we are signing out.
Pieces.
Call me when it's time to leave. There's been a quarantine between us. Caught inside the in-between. This isolation.